Hi,
My name is Luis. Hi.
Hi,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
I guess you like coffee, right?
Yes, we both love coffee.
No, actually, he loves coffee. It's weird, but I don't like coffee.
Yeah.
But I like to learn about it.
And
But
she
you-
loves me, that's why she's doing
he
this.
loves coffee
That's
so
nice.
much.
So I'm gonna ask you, please wait for me a little bit over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be brewing some coffee for you guys,
Oh.
or if you prefer some lemonade.
Yes.
Yeah?
Lemonade. Sorry.
Okay, so I will bring a lemonade for you and a coffee for you.
Wonderful,
okay?
thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank
The house is yours for today, okay?
you. Wow,
Wow.
thank you. Wow, yeah, this is cool. Hey, buddy. Oh. Oh.
We have an organic farm here, and we try to get everything as possible from the farm itself. That means, for example, all the salads, the coffee, of course, the lemonade, and the things that we put on the drinks, they are all sourced from here. So,
Wonderful.
I can taste it.
yeah,
It
taste
tastes
it.
like nature.
What's that you got there?
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
It's really good.
Lemonade, we have some mint.
Wow.
So
Now I'm
that's
happy
basically what
too.
we do. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you a little bit first about the history of the house. Yeah, this house is 150 years old. It's a pretty old
Wow.
house. It's one of the first houses since Medellin was installed as the capital of the state. If you want to go to Medellin 100 years ago, no cars, no roads.
Wow.
You have to do everything by walking or with animals, like mules. But there's some kind of roads that they were so still that even the mules were not able to walk in.
Wow.
So you have to do everything by walking. That's when houses like this house appears. Many people think the big house was because we have a big family, but think about it. 150 years ago, who wants to live in the middle of a mountain? Nobody.
Nobody.
There's no
Yeah.
reason to live here.
Yeah.
Yeah? And the main goal of this house was just to let the people that were coming from the top of the mountain, that's a small town that's called Santa Elena,
Let's have
to
somewhere
Medellin.
to stay.
stay.
Exactly, to stay. And many people ask why? Why would you build a house like this to let people stay for free?
Yeah.
Well, the owners of the house, the first generation of the Gutierrez family, they were really rich. And they wanted to give something back to the community. So they decided to buy this property and they built this big house just in order for the people to stay when they were coming from the top of the mountain to the city. Actually, the path where you came with the car is an ancestral path that's called Puerta del Filo. And the Puerta del Filo is actually a path that goes straight to the middle of Medellin. People used to come walking through
From
that
there
path
to
from the
go-
top of the mountain to the city.
Wow.
Yeah. Have you heard about the flower festival in Medellin?
No.
No.
Okay, the flower festival is the biggest festival that we have in the city. We have that festival in August and it's pretty famous because you see people carrying on their backs more than 90 kilos of flour.
Damn.
And when you
it's
look them,
beautiful.
you- Yeah.
90 kilos.
Yeah, 90. So sometimes even more. So when you look that, you say like, oh, cool. You know, it's beautiful. They have
Yeah.
big
Yeah,
mounts
yeah.
of flowers on their backs with really cool designs because in Santa Elena they have a big flower industry. So they decide to put flowers in order to make it a little bit more beautiful and to wake up the interest on the tourists. Yeah. The name of the people that carry that amount of weight on their backs is silleteros. Silleteros come from the word silla. Silla means chair. So in the past, they used to have chairs on their backs and they used to work as like the kind of ambulance or taxis of the time. They were
Oh.
carrying people
Oh
from
my
the top
God.
of the mountain to the city or from the city
Shit.
to the top of the mountain.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's why we have that festival. The flower festival is to honor the silleteros, that were the people that were carrying the sick people, pregnant women, or the rich people that have money to pay them. So all the silleteros, when they were coming from Santa Elena, they stop here, they rest here, they drink coffee, they drink lemonade, they drink everything. Then they can keep going, or if they want to pass the night over here, they will stay here.
So the tradition still happens that they do carry stuff from the top to the bottom and they stop here?
Not anymore. They don't carry it from the top
Okay.
of the mountain because that's not healthy. I
Yeah.
mean, that will take like 3 days for them, and that will be too much. But
Yeah.
what we still do right now, if you come in August, you can go to the top of the mountain. That's a town that's called Santa Elena. In Santa Elena, you can see how they build the big mount of flowers. And the day of the festival, that is the second Sunday of the festival, you will see them in the city, in the main streets, carrying the flowers on their backs. And you're gonna see that
Oh
most
my
of them are
God.
really old people. not the young ones. They are actually the old ones that do
Because they
that.
remember.
Because they remember the ancestors. We think that tradition will be lost in the next years because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
not going to be next generation to want to do that. That's why this house was so important. And another aspect of the house is the material of construction. And the material of construction is something that's called bareque. Bareque is basically a mix between clay and horse shit. The walls are 90 centimeters thick. And the most important part is that in Colombia we only have 3 houses with this material and 2 floors.
Only
Usually-
3 houses?
Only 3 houses in Colombia.
Wow.
Because usually the construction in Bareque, they are so heavy that the people only build 1 floor. The engineers or the architects of this house, they thought, okay, we're gonna make something different. We're gonna make one with 2 different floors.
Wow.
We thought it was really heavy, but I mean, it's 150 years, so it's pretty stable and still be fine to live over here. So that's what makes this house unique as well. That's why the city wants to make this house an official museum,
Oh, yeah.
but the owner of the house don't want to do that because he still lives here.
Yeah,
So-
and there'll be a lot of tourists
A lot of
here.
tourism.
And
Exactly. So he wants to keep this as private as possible,
Nice.
but at the same time, we want to share what's really happening here. Here's a little bit of history, not just about coffee, it's about the house as well.
Wow.
Okay, that was enough from the house. Now let's talk about the main topic,
Yeah.
coffee. Do you know where coffee comes from originally? Which country?